Nice, ain't it? I'm out here just get some fresh air as usual. Out here using my legs. Out here trying to keep my lungs stimulated. Just the fundamentals of life, you dig? Fundamentals of life. Fundamentals of being an adult. Getting older and older every single day. Yeah. Do me a favor, you guys. As you come in, please make sure you hit that like and share button. Please make sure you hit that like and share button. Also, if you want to get the notifications when I go live, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. That way, if you miss me too, you'll be able to go back and watch anything I did or said when I go live. What was I going to say? What I was going to say? Oh, what I was going to say is too, on top of hitting the like and share button and hitting that subscribe button, it don't cost you nothing but just a like and a share. Like, I'm not even asking y'all for money right now. I ain't asking y'all for money yet. It might come a point in time where I need some investors, where I need some capital behind me so that I can move accordingly, move the way that I'm supposed to, and give the people in the community a product or something that's useful, that's good. Yeah, so it ain't costing you nothing right now but a like and a share and hit the subscribe. Just know later on it might cost you something. You feel me? So, really quickly, what I want to talk about this morning is I want to talk about potential. I want to talk about potential. So I was just thinking earlier this morning. So, currently I live in Phoenix, Arizona right now. Originally from Greenville, South Carolina, born and raised. And so, you know, the reason I'm in Arizona is because my father's here, my dad's here. And I just want to say in advance, Dad, if you see this, if you're seeing this, it's no disrespect, you know, not talking ish about you. I'm just sharing a lesson, an experience, an observation. I'm just sharing information. Each one teach one. So growing up, I would come to Phoenix for holidays, summers, Christmases, stuff like that growing up when I was in school. From elementary school, middle school, high school, and moved over here for college. Moved over to Phoenix, Arizona for college. One of the summers that I was here in Phoenix, I think this might have been, I want to say maybe my freshman year of high school. Maybe, I think. It was either my freshman or sophomore year of high school. This would have been 2002 to 2003. I don't think it was 2001, but it would have been somewhere in that time frame. It was basically when I was old enough to kind of start staying at home by myself. And so some of the summers, you know, I would come to Phoenix and my dad would take me to the Boys and Girls Club and stuff during the day, and he would pick me up when he get off work. But one of those summers when I got old enough to kind of stay home, I think I still went to the Boys and Girls Club, but I started staying home alone on some of those days too. That's just what I wanted to do. And so I remember, I keep hearing stuff move in the bushes. Hold on. Y'all see. Got lizards and stuff around here. Damn, that thing fast. Sorry, y'all, to get distracted. I don't, when I be hearing stuff move in the bushes, I don't be trusting, you know. I don't do snakes and spiders and lizards I'm okay with, but yeah, you feel me. So anyway, getting back on topic. So I remember one summer I was here and I needed a haircut. I needed to cut my hair. And I didn't like the way that my dad cut my hair because like I felt like he cut my hair like kind of hard. So I remember one day I'm like, well, he got clippers here, he got a mirror here. Let me see if I can cut my own hair. So I cut my hair and I had some patches and stuff, you know, when I did it, because it was my first time doing it. So I cut it like I did a buzz cut. And then another week later, I let my hair grow back again. So then I just went back over it. And then another week later, I just let some hair grow back again. And I started, you know, I just cut it, lined it up. So I did that probably about 3 times that summer when I was here in Phoenix. So when I got back home to Greenville, South Carolina, I was like, yo, I know how to cut hair. And in the South, the hair industry, because there's a lot of black people there, primarily in the South, the hair industry is very, very big and dominant. And so, you know, I can remember going to the barbershop as a child, you know, hearing conversations, seeing dudes in there be cool with each other, seeing like hot moms and stuff coming to the barbershop and all that. And so I always thought the barbershop was a cool place. And so around that time, I got it in my head. I was like, yo, I can make some money cutting hair. So that's exactly what I did. Like, I would make $5 or $10 here. You know, I would cut my uncle head. I cut my brother head. I cut my step pop's head. I cut a few of the homies' heads. And, you know, just make a few dollars here and there. Fast forward years later, I moved to Phoenix, Arizona to start college. By this time, I got a big-ass afro. And, you know, I had a big-ass afro. I would get braids. And so I wasn't really cutting my hair like that. But I was still lining myself up, trimming my mustache up or whatever. And so I got the courage one day. I told my dad, I said, I want to go to barber school. And we had a little exchange, a little conversation or whatever. And my father is a systems engineer. He's literally a rocket scientist. Like, he literally works with satellites and codes and all of this kind of stuff that goes in space and military stuff. Like, he's, you know, bachelor's, master's, very, very smart, brilliant guy. And so when you have a person like that, that's about academia, about education, sometimes the entrepreneurial mindset will clash. Like it might be different from a person who spent a lot of time in academia and in corporate America at the time as well, using the information and the degrees that they got from academia to understand and comprehend, you know, something like being a barber. To them, that's like, I don't want to say lower class, but it's kind of like beneath what they do. And so my dad told me at that time, he was like, I think you should go to school. If you're going to go to school, you should go at this time I was actually in school for music production. But he was like, if you're going to stay in school, or if you want to make some money, or if you want to have a good stable career, then you need to go to school for something that's in demand. So with my entrepreneurial mindset, that wasn't gelling too well, because I'm just like, I don't want to spend my whole life reading books. I don't want to spend my whole life sitting in classes. I don't want to spend my whole life listening to professors. I don't want to spend my whole life writing papers. And so shortly after that, you know, because he kind of shot me down, that idea just kind of fizzled off and dwindled away. Now, this was 10 years, probably over 10 years ago already. Now, I mentioned that story not to throw darts at my dad, not to throw shots at my dad, none of that. I mentioned this story because a lot of times it could be hard for people to see potential in you. And sometimes you just have to show people, you just have to give them an inch you have to show them an inch of potential. And so if I could rewind back to that time, back to those minutes, that conversation, and get back in my 19-year-old, 20-year-old mindset, if I could rewind back, because back then I really didn't have the confidence in myself the way that I do now. I didn't have the wherewithal, and I wasn't as spiritually connected to God and the universe like I am now. So it would have been real easy for me back then to take what somebody say and for me to lose hope and give up on something, or put it on the back burner. So what I should have did is I should have been like, okay, well, if you don't think it's an honorable profession, what I should have did is I should have found some kind of way to get into school. I should have maybe I should have got a part-time job. Well, I had a part-time job at that time, but it was just a crazy balance between me being in college and me going to school. What I should have done is I should have just took all my money that I was getting from my part-time job and used that to go to a barber school and build up a little bit of confidence and show him that I'm serious. So although my dad knows that I'm his son and he knows that I'm capable of great things, maybe he just wasn't seeing the potential of me being successful being a barber. You know, being a barber is still something I love to do. It's easy money. It's easy money. And there's nothing wrong with getting easy money, because a lot of people think that you have to take the hard way. You have to beat yourself up. You have to go through all these hurdles to get paid, to feel accomplished. And there's nothing wrong with easy money. But sometimes you just got to show people your potential. And it's always actually been one of my dreams to have a barbershop and salon. Number one, it's a place where black people can get along. Number two, it's a place where black people can come together and discuss important issues. And not just black people, but anybody that come in there, but obviously it will be primarily black people that come in there. Number three, it's a place where people can actually network and trade ideas and break bread and make money together. Number four, it'd be a lot of hot women that come in the barbershop with they little sons. Yeah, man, like the women that come in, some of them be bad too. Some of them just be bad. And so, hey, there's a rabbit. Damn, I'm all out in nature for real. But yeah, it's a lot of hot ladies, a lot of hot mamas that come up in the barbershop too. So, you know, it's a chance to get your Mac on. It's a chance to get your freak on a little bit. But yeah, that's in my plans. I still want to open up my own barbershop and salon one day. It's still a lot of money in there. But that's my message today. I couldn't think of I couldn't think of a title at the time that I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about. But basically, so I think I'm gonna add the title once I end this live. So basically, again, you just gotta show people your potential, because sometimes it might be hard for them to see that potential. So you gotta show people that potential. So I appreciate y'all for watching. Again, make sure y'all hit that like and share. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe. That's the least you can do, because I ain't asking y'all for no money right now. So, again, thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. See y'all soon.